Okay. Hey, everybody. Kayla Troutman here. I'm going to hit mute all, and it's going to ask me, and then I realized it's going to mute me too. So I'm back. But I'm going to mute you all, and then when I ask questions, you guys are welcome to unmute at any point, or if you want to ask a question, please do. But just know that I mute you so we can get a good, clean recording. So I just want to make sure we're recording. We are. Yay. So this is our first, I can't remember, you guys, but I'm pretty sure this is our first official just our organization, because we've grown so big. Look at how many people we have on tonight. How exciting is this? Please, somebody, those of you that are on Instagram, somebody go make a fun story and make sure you tag me, okay? Because my phone's on the tripod, and so I won't be able to. So someone, that's your task, all of you. Go make fun Insta stories and show off your large organization. Thank you. I see Courtney got her phone up. Awesome. Okay. So Kayla Troutman here. If you're new to our organization, welcome. We're so excited to have you. If you're on live, thank you so much for being here and for being present. And I hope that you participate tonight in this team meeting. And if you are watching the playback, thanks so much for popping on the playback. So I am super excited to start out. I'm going to give you guys just a quick rundown so you know what we're going to cover tonight. We've got some really cool testimonies here at the start. So I'm going to call on 3 very special people that I asked to be on tonight and share. Then we're going to do some good news, okay? And then we're going to move into, well, I'm thinking all of you want to see this since none of you have seen it yet. So let me pull this up here next to me. The Merry Month of Meals here, Merry Month of Dinners. So we're going to talk about that. And then I want to talk a little bit about Amelia and just this company and rave about it. And then we're going to talk about the 10 Days of Christmas sale, because it's not too late to jump in if you haven't. And then we're going to talk about January and some different goals and rank advancements. So lots of good stuff in here, lots of power-packed ideas, and a couple of reminders of just how to go back and find some tools and things that we've shared this month. Because if you're anything like me, your brain is probably ready to explode at this point. There's been celebration after celebration after celebration in our team page. And then mixed in there, did anybody catch? Everybody grab a piece of paper and a pen and write this down. Over the last week, your leadership team has been taking turns sharing booking ideas. You'll find them on purple graphics, and they're numbered so you could follow along. So if you are looking to fill your calendar with additional cooking classes and bookings, we've been doing that amidst all of this other excitement. And a couple weeks back, I shared a post that had some great words that you can use to get people dated in December and January as well. So just in case you missed those, jot those down and then connect with your leader. If I'm your direct leader, shoot me a message and I can tag you, or connect with your upline leader. Because there's so much going on. I just don't want you to miss that. So this call is going to be jam-packed, tons of information. Everybody go with that. I'm looking at my screen so I can see everybody's heads. I'm actually just checking to make sure Jennifer and Becky are listening. Okay, good. I'm just giving you a hard time, Becky, because you're so engaging usually on the calls. I love it. So, and by the way, you have like the whitest teeth ever on Zoom. I'm so jealous. I'm afraid to get mine whitened because they say it makes them more sensitive. So I am not going to do that. But yours are all of you have fantastic teeth. That's not a judgment to anybody else. Just whenever Becky's on, I just feel like I gravitate towards her smile. So that's a compliment. Okay, so first up tonight, we are going to hear from, and actually, Kate, you are dead center on my screen, so I can see your beautiful face. But we are going to hear from Kate, and I'm going to let her tell you the town she lives in Montana, because I just looked it up the other day. I can't remember what it is. I'm blanking. But this is Kate DeFord. I'm saying that correctly, right, Kate? Okay, beautiful. And I asked her to speak, and just all of you being the humble people that you are, she said, well, I can, but I'm sure you have a better person for the job. And I was like, well, actually, I think you're the perfect person for this job tonight. So I've asked Kate to share a little bit. You guys, she is brand new to the industry, brand new to our team, and what she's accomplished in, I'll let her tell you the story because she can tell you the weeks and stuff that she's been here. So Kate, would you please share a little bit with us about your story and who you are and all the things? Oh, I think you're muted. Is she muted for everybody else or just me? Nope, you're muted, Kate. Hold on, let me figure you out.
I think
okay,
I
now
can
talk.
do it. Did I
Nope, I got you. You're good.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I usually takes me a couple minutes just to get like the nerves out. I don't know why I get a lot of anxiety. But anyways, I am from Ekalaka, Montana. Ekalaka is pretty small. It's about 420 people. So our pool is a little bit shrunk as far as getting a lot of classes, but that doesn't have to stop you, obviously. I am new to direct sales in general. I've never been a part of anything like this, but I do love people. And so that was something that was really encouraging to me, is that this business is all about people. And I think that's why I love it, and why I think I can go a long ways with it, because God has given me a lot of love for people. So I think Kayla asked me to share 3 different things that have been influential for me in taking this business quickly to rank advancement.
Kate, when did you join? When did you
Oh,
join?
yeah. I actually signed in on September 1st, and I didn't do anything in September. So I've been working my business October and November. So, so since then, I just hit executive consultant last week, or yesterday, really. It was the last day we got everything in. So that was very exciting. And actually, it's just been a huge testimony to how big of a difference when your leaders and your upline, when you reach out and help the people who are still coming up beneath you, it can make such a huge difference. Like Kayla and Kendi have made for me when I got discouraged, or if I wasn't even really thinking about things, then they'd send me a quick message and I'd be like, oh yeah, I should probably do that. So as far as that's what I've been doing is the last 2 months. So the things that I think have made the biggest difference is whenever I start to get stressed out, I just have to go back and remember that this is about loving on people. It's about serving the people. And where you will do your best is when you can be reading people, being teachable about what they need, because you don't want to offer them something that they're not looking for. And sometimes they don't know what they're looking for, so that's your job to help them. But if you are already thinking about your response, then you're not listening to them, and you're not going to do well, because they can tell that you've got a sales pitch and you know what you're going to offer them. And people are really good about knowing that. So when we are presenting Epicure, we need to make sure that we are being teachable about who we're offering it to and letting them tell us, and then directing them the way that we want them to go. And that's not being pushy, that's just helping guide them along, and you can do that in a very tactful way. And part of that is being confident. And when you don't know all the answers, you can be honest about that, but you don't have to be ashamed, I guess. You just are confident in the company. Be confident in your upline, so you can go ahead and find that out if you don't know the answer. So that has been a very helpful thing. And then being flexible, because a lot of times we make plans, but there's so many things that can get thrown in. I went to a cooking class, and this was on me, but I went there we were going to do the Good Mexican, and she didn't have a microwave. So thankfully I had brought like my bacon roll. So and the other funny thing about that too is one thing that I think is so great about Epicure is that it helps moms when you're busy, just busy people. Well, this other lady that was at the cooking class, she had 16 kids. I have 2. So there goes that speech right there. It's like, sit down, shut up, let her do the talking. 16 children, are you serious? Anyway, so just be flexible and be real with people, because that's what makes a huge difference. The second thing I would say is catch the people who are on the outside and know the ones who to invest in, because that's how you're going to grow a long-term business. I know Kayla and Kendi have poured that into me, and it's something that I want to apply in my business and have applied, because you don't want to waste your time. Your time is valuable, and there are people that we never want to run over top, because they will give you business, but you don't want to waste your time on the ones who don't want to grow with you. And then the third thing is, our job is to make this convenient. It's our job to make it easy and fun for people, because if it's not convenient and it's not fun, they might as well just go to Amazon or Walmart, or we have to make this set apart if it's going to be something that is going to stick in people's mind. So I try to make things concise. Sometimes I just tend to ramble on, but those are a couple of my thoughts, things that I've been.
Yeah. Kate, That was fantastic. What I love most about Kate, so she reached out to me and she said, "Hey, I'd feel really good if we could do a quick face-to-face call." I will never forget this day, only because now I've gotten to know Kate a lot more since then. I didn't know if she had kids. I didn't know where she lived. I didn't know jack about Kate, but Kate reached out and she was like, "I will work, but I need to see your face and I need to talk to someone and like get on board with this mission." Not because Kendi or Sam, her upline structure wasn't helping her, but I think it's one of the assets of our organization is that you have a lot of support. I hope Kate feels that way. But what's been so
Yeah.
cool is Kate is so coachable, and not everything went exactly the way we planned. Kate isn't on this call tonight because she hit exactly the goals that she had for last month, but you guys, in like weeks time, promoted to executive consultant. She's on fire. She has a full calendar. And I just honestly think it's not because she's done Epicure 24/7 for the last 8 weeks. It's because she shows up when she can. What were you out hunting the other day? And I was like, what are you hunting? I was so
We,
confused.
we were hunting elk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in Fond du Lac, there's no elk to hunt. So I was like in shock. I was like, what did she just say is her reason? Like, and yes, you never have to ever justify why you're not getting back to me right away. But Kate was telling me like a month end update. She's like, "I'll get back to you once I'm back from hunting or elk hunting or something." And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest business opportunity because you can legit do this around anything you have going on. And Kate continued to live her life. She's not frazzled and stressed out, maybe a little nervous because I asked her to speak. But I wanted you guys to hear from her because she's just a rock star. So does anybody have a question for Kate that they'd like to ask her? Any newbies or anybody wanting to run at her pace? I'd like to take a couple minutes if that's valuable to you guys. Don't worry, Kate, if no one asks you a question. No one ever asks me a question either when I say this, but just in case. Okay, congratulations, my friend. I am so proud of you and so excited, and I can't wait to see the next promotions and your business continue to grow. But thank you so much for sharing tonight. So we are giving you a silent round of applause. Everybody cheer for her newest executive consultant. So exciting. Okay, I also asked one of our newest leaders to share tonight on this call. So I am gonna have Sonia unmute herself, and I see some of Sonia's team on here, and I know they're proud. Look at their faces; they're so excited for her. She is a brand new leader this month, and I want her to get to just. I'm not even going to give her direction right now. I'm just going to say she's fantastic. If you want to giggle, follow her on Instagram. First of all, her little guy tonight, she'll tell you about this, or I don't know if it was last night, but he loves bacon. Bacon is life, he said. And I'm like, that's my kind of man right there. I think I'm married too soon. But I want Sonia to get to share a little bit about her journey and tips and advice she has. She was not a leader in any past direct sales company, just like Kate, not coming here with that experience. And you guys, these are people I wanted to kick off the call with because they are just plugging into the tools and resources. And I couldn't be more proud as a leader of this team. So Sonia, take it away.
Good evening.
Yay!
Thank you, Kayla. I'm very excited to be here, actually. So a little backstory on me. Yes, I was with a previous opportunity. This is not my first dive into direct sales. I've been with other companies in the past. However, when our last opportunity was announced that it was closing, I took a fresh approach at my business. This might sound crazy to people on this call, but I went into my closed group. I did not, how do I want to phrase this? I did not just keep it and keep going. I kicked probably 80% of the people in that group out and kind of started over. I only left the people in there who had placed an order with me over the past like 6 months or so is all I kept in the group, and I kicked everybody else out. So I don't have a whole lot of people in my group. It was really small. I wanted to start gaining engagement in my group and keep those people who were active and start growing that new community. I went to conference in July. Is that when it was? I don't even know. It all happened so fast. August, that's when it was. So went to conference. I had my hands on the compensation plan at that point. And at conference, we got these little cards saying, what do you want to rake advance to? And we had to like submit that to our uplines and say what we wanted to do. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was biting my nails. I'm like, I'm not going to give this to Kayla. Are you kidding me? I can't admit to any of this. So I grabbed the compensation plan, and that's all I read the entire airplane ride home. And I have all my notes in it, and I was writing down my monthly plans. I'm like, and I'm looking at it going, how am I ever going to do this? Like, this just seems too much. And honestly, historically, any company I'd been a part of before, anyone who rank advanced into leader or above, it was a full-time career. They did it full-time. And I don't want to give up my day job. I really like it. And so I wanted to keep working full-time. So I never considered really rank advancing. I just enjoy doing it, and I really love what I do, and I love meeting new people. And for me, it's just expanding my skill sets. So I get to use different skill sets in my Epicure business than I do in my day job. And so it just kind of like helps fill that circle for me. And I got on a call then, and I told Kayla after I landed at the airport, I'm like, okay, I feel like I can probably really maintain leader. Like, that's going to be my goal. Like, I'm just going to maintain leader, and I'm going to go for that, and we'll go. And that's kind of where I left it. And that was in August. And I said, okay, no, I really need to get my stuff together. Like, what am I doing here? This has got to happen. So in November, in October, she gently reminded me, hey, if you hit this by the end of November, you get invited to the 2020 invite to Victoria to the home office leader retreat. And I was like, oh, I want to go. And then they started talking about being a founding leader in the US group. And I'm like, oh, I want that. I want to be a founding leader. That would be amazing. And so I started like being more serious about my goals and what I was writing down. And I went back and I looked at what I had written down on the airplane in August. And I'm like, I'm not that far away. I'm like, holy cow, I haven't even like really been tracking this. This is awesome. So I kind of like just dug in and said, okay, what do we got to do? And I like mapped out my plan of like how many classes I needed to have. I really plugged into my team. I hope you feel that, guys, whoever's on here, to try to help and coach and be supportive wherever you were. And we kind of just went at it together. Like, I really didn't know, and just jumped in and went, and it happened. And I was like, ah! It happened early too, and like we exceeded. I was like, ah! It was pretty awesome. So it was, yeah. I don't know if there's anything else you want me to add.
Yeah, so I'm crying like a baby because this is like my favorite part of the job is seeing other people find whatever success you want. Whatever you want is perfect. But when you hit it, then it's my favorite. It's just my favorite. So what I wanted to ask you, if I can get it out, was just if you were going to give somebody advice. We have a lot of people on this call that have said they want to be leaders. And I think it's more mental game than it is anything else. So can you help them with maybe something you'll say will help them be the flip? So what are your best words, or what do you think changed in your heart, your mind? Because we have leaders staring at us right now on this screen, and the only difference is they just don't think they can do it. And they could do it this month. December could be leader for them. And you did it. So best tips.
So there was actually a new consultant that joined our organization today, and that you raised, I think it was you, Kayla, actually, who added her and asked for your tips on success for working people. I don't know if everyone else who's considering leader is also working outside of the home, but for me, I got on, I think it was the new consultant training call or something. Somebody was leading it, and she was a senior director.
Wendy Aspen Curran, and she's a senior director. And yep, go ahead. There's a new consultant training, which is the reason everybody should do new consultant training calls. Okay, keep going.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so definitely go do that. Even if you want to just go do it again, I don't care if you're new, just go do it again. It's really good. So, but I got on there, and she had just like, she didn't make a big deal out of it. She just kind of said it in passing that I work full-time outside of my home, and I'm maintaining my business as a senior director here with Epicure. And I just like halted in my tracks, and I went, what? Really? Like, you're at director level and working outside the home? That's incredible. Holy cow. So I think it really just comes down to standing up and knowing you can do it. Like, you're the only person in your way. Like, just get up, get after it, and go get it done. I don't know. Like,
I love that.
there's no magic to it. It's just, you got to get up and do it.
I say that all the time. We don't do a hard business. We actually do a very, and this isn't an offense to anything, but we do a very stupidly simple business as far as Kate nailed it. Kate said, stop thinking of the answer you're going to say to somebody before they finish their sentence and just listen. We just do a people business. And Sonia, that, and Kate too, that's your strength. You're just listening to people and meeting them where they're at with the belief that you really can make this a source of whether it's income or fun. Or, I mean, even if you do work full time, I love this, give it to a charity, give it to your kids' college fund, whatever you want to do with it. It doesn't have to be money, although for some of us that it is. I just think it's the belief factor. So I love that so much. I love you. You know that. I love your energy. We all do. Does anybody want to ask Sonia anything or add a comment? Sarah Jessic, you stop that right now. Get some coffee.
The only thing I would probably add to
Please.
is that I, somehow you shared this, Kaylin. I don't remember exactly how or where or what context it was in, but it was own your business. Like I'm not wishy-washy when I'm talking with potential hostesses or consultants, even like potential recruits. So I'm very confident in what I'm going to say. And if there's something I don't know, like Kate mentioned, it's okay, I don't know. And I just say, you know what? I don't know that answer. No one's ever asked me that. You know what? I've got a whole crew of people. I'm gonna go check in with that group and get an answer for you here, like in 30 seconds. So just a second. And so I go and I post a question in like the new consultants group or something like that. And there's upper directors and stuff watching that all the time. And so I did. I got an answer in 30 seconds. And the customer last night was like, wow, that was really fast. And I'm like, yeah, I've got a whole network of ladies that'll help me out. It's awesome. And so it's just a matter of knowing that this is my business and you're good at what you do. And you each have to own that. Like, you have your strengths, understand what your strength is, own it, and move forward. Take that and move forward. Don't try to be somebody, just be you.
I love that. Awesome. Thank you, Sonia, and congratulations. Everyone clap for her. Newest leader. Yay. I don't know if Laura's on. Laura's also another new leader, and I want to recognize her at the same time here. I don't know if I don't see her, but I wonder if she's on. It's late for her, so if she's not, I'll hit her name in the rank advancement. Okay, and I have one more testimony, and I'm super excited. So I now get to introduce Miss Samantha Breister, who you hear me say Sam a lot. She's a senior leader in our organization. And why I specifically asked her to share tonight, and this is a near and dear memory to me, is 3 years ago, right, Sam? 3. We just conversed about this today. Okay. 3 years ago on New Year's Eve, she was in this office. It looked very different than it does today. And we wore little hats and drank wine, and we celebrated her rank advancing. She lives close to my house, P.S. I didn't fly, or we didn't fly to each other. She lives right down the road. But we were celebrating her rank advancement to leader in our last opportunity. And I want to kill right now at the start of this. That's why I did testimonies first. Then we're going to do a little good news, and then we're going to do training. Why? Because look at what Kate just accomplished in weeks. Look at what Sonia accomplished here working full time. And Sam promoted during what many people, look at my face right now, super sarcastic, many people consider as the hardest month of the year. Well, clearly they've never done the Troutman and Perzo 10 Days of Christmas sale. So that's just sad for their lives. I'm sorry they're missing out on that. But also, this month does not have to be a bad month. I don't even know why people say that. December is honestly a fun time. It is holly and jolly and decorated, and people are in a festive spirit, and Sam is proof. So I'm going to let her tell her story about a couple Thanksgivings ago and what happened and why you can do whatever you want to do this month. And again, maybe leader's not the right rank, or maybe you want to promote to director. Maybe you just want to find one team member for your team, or maybe you want to close $2,000 or 2,000 QV. Whatever it is, you can do it. So Sam, without further ado, will you tell us a little bit about your story and any tips and advice you have for the month of December? Oh, hold on. She's muted. Sam, I think you're muted. Nope, you're not muted, but I can't hear you. Oh, we hear rustling though. I hear like you moving the head.
Now?
Yes, that's good.
Okay. If you can't, let me know and I'll pull them out.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, my name's Sam, like Kayla said. My story, like she was saying, is kind of crazy. Like, I think back to it still and I just kind of laugh. And that's why I joke when you see the post of the Thanksgiving Eve night out. I always say that's where leaders are born. I joined the previous industry in June, which was a crazy month. It's always a crazy month for my family. And I joined for the discount because that's what we all do, right? And I was just kind of seeing how it was going. And that night, Thanksgiving Eve night, we were sitting at Applebee's and Kayla and I were the last people there. And she looks at me and she goes, "You're doing really good this month." I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "You could hit leader numbers this month." I'm like, "What's that?" Literally like 5 or 6 days left in the month. She's like, "You could hit." And I'm like, "Okay, well, what do I got to do?" "Oh, you just need like $1,000 more in sales." I'm like, "Excellent. I could do that." Right. Thinking it's the craziest month of the year and to the next crazy month, right? I had that mindset at first, but then I realized to get over it. So that week I just reached out to anybody and everybody I could, and I hit my first month leader numbers. So previously you had to hit 2 months in a row for you to promote. So I hit my first month and then brought December.
Pause. Wait. With Epicure, let's quick do a silent cheer. You only need 1 month of qualifiers and you promote and rank. So number one part of this story, how awesome is that? Okay, so Sam hits month 1, and this is where it gets really good, like in the movies where there's suspenseful music.
Okay, so then brings December, right? And I was trying to look back to see my calendar to see how many parties or anything I had, but I can't quite remember. But I was just nervous because you're going into the holiday month and you're worried people are going to cancel. But like Sonia was saying before, the more confident you are, the better off you're going to be. The more confident you are with your hosts and your customers and stuff, again, the better off you'll be. And then the holiday sale, that was huge. That was my first year doing it. And I talked about this with some of my teammates earlier this week. The first year I say go into it and just see what happens. You never know what's going to happen from it. Each year I continue to grow my business and find new consistent customers and new teammates. So I always say, what are you going to lose for it? So the Christmas sale is definitely a huge part of what helped me that month. But honestly, when I look back at it, I only had like $300 or $400 in sales. When you look at your team volume you need, that's not a lot. And I only say only now, it's not only, that's still huge, right? But when you're looking at the end goal. So you had the parties and I had my teammates launching and joining the business. I had a girl join, I think it was the 9th of December, and she crushed it. I think had over $1,000 in sales that month because she just went out there and had some parties and just did her thing. She was confident about it, got the parties on a calendar and went for it. So don't let December scare you away from like asking people to join the business, because now is the time. People want the extra money in their lives with Christmas. And what's even better with Epicure, we get paid weekly on our sales. So can we get another round of applause for that? So people can join the business and literally make their money back right away and continue to make a paycheck every Friday, which is amazing. So try and use that as a great tool to focus on when you are talking to people that are interested in the opportunity. So with that, I'm trying to think. I had notes, but I kind of went rogue. So
something I was going to add right there too, you guys, is people that join right now, they get all of December and January as their month 1. Does that make sense to everybody? So right now is truly a better opportunity for them than waiting till the week after Christmas, because you guys all realize that equates to the same thing, right? Month 1 is right now, or month 1 is December 31st into January. So offering people a business right now where they can sign up, they can chug away, like Sam said, maybe they talk to people at Christmas or holiday parties, they can share it with their coworkers, they can do things like that and be ready to truly kick ass come January, but they've already paid their kit back in December. So just wanted to quick say that. So many people have come to me in the last week and said, well, are you telling people to join right now? And I'm like, December 1st through whenever this month is the best time. It's like a free month. Does everybody get that? Shake your head yes if everybody gets it. It's free. And that's not what Epicure designed this program for, PS. So that's not like Amelia said, oh, people need 2 months to get started. They just made it so that it's fair, so that if someone joins you the 30th, they don't feel like they didn't get enough time to get started. So right now, though, it's all bonus time. It's free. So I wanted to add that when Sam was saying that, not only do they get checks right away, but they they can use this whole month for training, for new consultant calls, reaching out with their upline and making a plan for the new year, all the things. So sorry, Sam, I just wanted to add that quick.
No, that's okay. And so you may be thinking too, like, okay, right now I don't have any parties on my calendar for December. Now what? Do you have anything scheduled at your own house, your own sip and dip, holiday stop and shop, or whatever? There's so many different names, wordplays on that people love. And just talk it up with getting excited and getting together with friends. It doesn't have to be like a long event. Tell people to pop in as they're able to. I had a sip and dip, was it last Friday now? I had over like 20 people at my house. It was insane. It was amazing. So if you're not hosting at your house, definitely try and do that this holiday season, and just promote it. You have to coach yourself just like you'd host your coaches. So make sure you're messaging people, you're posting, you're sharing, you're talking about it. With that, be loud and proud about the products. Talk about it to everybody you know. Like, don't awkwardly talk about it, but as it comes up, just bring it up, talk about it, gift it to people. Everybody, like my kids, teachers, therapists, bus driver, mailman, delivery guy, everybody gets Epicure. Everybody. Give them sample packets, give them a meal solution. And that's what's great about it. You can buy a pack of the meal solutions and divide it up for 3 different gifts. You can do a meal solution and a dessert. Share it, just like I said, loud and proud. I think that's another huge thing. And so as you're kind of going through the month, don't just yourself take it off. Like if you're, like I said, you're like looking for parties and stuff, use this time to book in the future. You don't want to just sit back and wait and, oh, I'll do that after the holidays. Because guess what? Then January's up and running and you've wasted all that time. So get out there, shoot out messages, whether you do 3 a day, 5 a day. Get your calendar full now so you feel comfortable going into the new year. I'm trying to think, what else did you want me to talk about, Kayla?
No, you nailed it. I think we're all agreeing. I was watching Sonia and some of the ladies' reactions. Mindset, she just needed the seed to be planted and someone to say, hey, you're really close to this. There's a ton of you on this call tonight that could run for huge things this month. Hosting in your own home, I've always coached that. Sam is proof that works. She just hosted in November, and if she needed something in December, I know she'd throw it on her calendar. Side note, Laura, newest leader, Laura, shared with me one of the things that she usually does every year and has huge success is uses that week between Christmas and New Year's and hits all of her teacher friends and mom friends, because that's just a changing season where kiddos are off. So doing Moms and Mimosa play dates or doing teacher classes, you can do daytime stuff if you have a couple days off of work for the holidays, but just really being creative with the month and realizing I had someone today ask me about a December class. I can't fit them in my calendar. I'm full. Then they said, well, what about January? And I said, I can't book you in January either. That's my wish for you. That's my Christmas wish for you, that whatever level you want to work this, you get to be in this place where you're sitting in the chair knowing that no matter what happens right now, you're, like Sam said, booked out far enough that your business is solid. Does that make sense? And that might be 2 classes in a month. That might be 7 classes in a month. Everybody works this very differently. But I would wish for each of you, like Sam said, that you really do hunker down and focus on December. But with that, you set your mind that before Christmas hits, long before Christmas, your January set up and those invites are out and those hostesses have a plan with save the dates, and you're already looking at February and March. It doesn't mean that you don't leave spare dates so you can fill people in when they're interested, but just instead of living so last minute, we really want to help you in this organization have long-term success. So any questions for Sam? Anybody want to ask her anything? You guys are quiet tonight. Oh, Sonia gave you, yeah, I was going to say, that's awesome. Thank you all. Kate, thank you. Sonia, thank you, Sam, for sharing. I'm so proud of all of you and to all of you on this call tonight. I hope that this was super helpful to hear from others. And like I said, I wanted to set the tone for December. Now I want to take a couple of minutes. Let's take 5 minutes. I'm going to time it. So 9:10, but I leave enough time for some training topics and some fun. 9:10, we're going to switch gears, but for the next 5 minutes, unmute your line and tell me good news of any kind. Who's got good news?
I have 2 parties booked for next month and 5 possible recruits, and I am like only on my second week of business.
Woohoo! Go you! Welcome to the team. P.S. This is Rose, everybody, and she's actually in Canada. We're so excited to have her because we are definitely a U.S. based so far. But Rose, you're going to crush that for us, and you're going to help us grow across. Now, she has a lot of family here, if you're wondering, but we're excited to have Canadian representation finally. So, yay! Awesome job. Keep it up, friend.
I was
I
just chatting with some of my friends today, and one of them tonight was like, "Hey, I'll host a party for you in December." And I was like, "Oh, thanks. You're awesome. I love you even more now."
That's so awesome. This is Courtney. By the way, everybody say who you are so people know. This is Courtney, and she's fantastic, clearly, but she crushed the start of her business last month. And that's awesome, Courtney, because this is going to be, you have all of this month yet to hit month 1 for Fast Start, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that's going to help you. Awesome.
So I had a party today. I had the party last week, and now her party, and then I have one other party of mine open through the end of the month. So I'll hit all 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then same thing to you. So same to all of you. Then look at this. Look at this Fast Start awesomeness. It teaches you consistent habits. So it teaches you now to get January and February set so that you continue to hit that. And that's how you get the income that I know you'd like as extra income. Courtney works full-time coming in because you stay consistent like that. So yeah, plus you get all the perks, and everybody likes perks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I have
awesome.
three scheduled for January. So I'm excited.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Awesome news. Thanks for unmuting.
Okay, Taylor, it's Carol.
Hi, Carol.
I don't know how to show my picture right now. I have circles under my eyes, so I really don't want to.
It's okay.
How would
That's
I
okay.
show you? I'm still getting, I'm OCD, although ADD also. So the computer part is Facebook and doing the graphics and stuff. It's been hard for me, but I'm still persevering. I'm not giving up. I just had to have a talk with my granddaughter. She's going through that for nursing school right now. She's got an exam coming up this week and she's freaking out. So must run in the family, I'd say.
I
But
love that.
how do I show the picture of me when I do want to be seen? How do I show it on the screen?
I actually don't know how to help her. Does anybody else know?
Are you
See, I
on a
don't
phone
think
or a
it's like this.
computer?
What, hon?
Are you on a phone or computer?
Computer.
Does your computer have a webcam?
I would assume so. Yeah, I think so because I think it had been on before, but I'm not positive. It's a
So when you
laptop.
kind of hover
It's a
within your
laptop.
chat windows, you'll get a menu that'll show up, and it will say video if you want to show video. And there should be a button there across the bottom, but you have to kind of like move your mouse inside the space of where like I'm talking right now.
Oh yeah, I do see it. I actually do see it. I never use my computer, so that's why I was like, I don't know how to help her. Carol, right at the bottom of my screen, if I
It says
hover, I have
start
to,
video.
yes, that button.
So then I would click that to take the red line off of it.
Yes, ma'am, you got it.
Okay, well, I'm not doing it tonight. I told you. I circled with my eye.
Okay, well, we're
Something
glad that
else
you
today.
we're glad that you got on Zoom. We're all cheering for you, and we're super excited that you're persevering. And I want to just quick add something. I love Carol because she cares and she asks questions when she has them. But and Sarah said, yep, bottom left to start video. Thank you, Sarah. But what I really want to celebrate with Carol, and I guess remind all of you, is just because I, Kayla, like making graphics, well, you guys might think I do, I actually don't, but let's say I did, doesn't mean that Carol has to like making graphics or even want to learn that to do this business. It's also a reminder that you don't have to do a 10 days of Christmas sale to be successful. My first years in this business, I didn't have a 10-day of Christmas sale. It's just hopefully a tool that makes your life easier. But a reminder to all of you, belly to belly is how a food business is built. So if you want to sit face-to-face and do one-on-one consultations or meet with people or call, hey guys, you know that your phones still call people? You can actually dial a number and you can talk to someone on the other end. So Carol, I just want to encourage you, however you decide to build this business, don't stress out about how some of us are doing it. Be really proud of what you are doing. And we're excited to have you here. So thanks for unmuting and sharing your perseverance.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm probably old enough to be your grandmother.
That's
So-
okay.
No, I know that's okay. I'm not, that's what's making it a little challenging, but I like the challenge. I love the graphic parts. It's just that sometimes the computer drives me a little nuts. And that's all I'm going to say. I love you. And I loved your little song, and I loved your dress up the other morning. So
Oh,
I just
good.
want to let you know that. So I'm going to mute myself now because I like to. So have a good evening, girls. Go, go,
You
go.
too. Okay, one more good news. That was awesome. Who else?
I'll go. I'm Rachel, And so last month was my first technical month of my fast start, and I worked really hard to make my goals, and I didn't quite make it. But when I was reaching out and contacting people and being like, hey, would you just take a look at my site? You know, if you want to help me out, just let me know. When I was in the midst of that, I not only did more sales than I actually thought I could, because I was supposed to make the goals, but I was never sure that I was going to come close. But I also booked 3 more parties for my December and January by reaching out to people. So I'm not even really disappointed that I didn't make my Smart Start, because I'm still building a business, and I've been in direct sales before, and I've never even like felt the same kind of drive to do it and share it with people. So it's just really exciting.
I love that. I love too that you can hear in her voice, like we all miss goals sometimes. Don't let the constant celebration right now ever deter you from thinking that some of us aren't missing goals and things. But I just want you to know that that's awesome, Rachel. Thanks for unmuting. We're so excited for the 3 classes you did book, and you're gonna just kill it here. I think Rhoda, do you want to say something, because your hand is up?
Yeah, I just want to touch base with everyone. Hello, I'm Rhoda. I'm from Watertown, and it's snowing and icky, but we don't have a whole lot of ground yet, not like Sonia does, way up in Mountain. But anyway, Sonia has been a godsend to me. I've known her for many, many years, but she has helped me through these last few weeks of figuring all this out. I did direct sales many years ago. I did Paper Chef, and I did Premier Designs Jewelry, and I did really well with them. I never became a leader or anything, but my sales were always pretty good. And these last couple of weeks, I haven't really thought I've been doing very well. And she posted our stats today, and I went, what? I'm like second. What? And I was shocked and amazed, and but you guys all are very helpful on our group, but Sonia she bends over backwards to help me out whenever I got a question, and she deserves the ranking she has and more so. So that's all I wanted to say. Thanks.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, I'm going to proceed with the next topics, you guys. And then if anybody else wants to hang out after we finish up the training, then I will turn off the recording, but anybody else can still share, okay? Because I hate cutting off good news. If you know me, I do the whole hour of good news, but I want to make sure we cover, okay, what everybody came here for. Well, at least a lot of you do come to hear your name in lights if you're getting recognized tonight for being tops. And yes, I ran these bad boys this morning, and I got the stats for November. So let's do some November celebration, and let's start with rank advancements. I'm going to go fast. I'm going to start with all of our brand new senior consultants. And if I say your name wrong, it's just because I'm going really fast. It's not because I don't love you. But if I did say it wrong, if you would send me a Facebook voice message and correct me, I'll practice it and get it right. Because if you're getting recognized for a rank advancement, I hope that you're going to get recognized for many, many, many rank advancements coming up. So our brand new senior consultants, lots of silent applause for these people: Heather Jensen, Jamie Rich. I think it's Rich. I've never actually asked you, Jamie. Let me see here. Senior consultants: Sheila Keister. I know how to say her name because I asked her about that. Stephanie Presley. Tammy, I see you on. Am I going to kill it? Fugit? I have no idea. So Tammy F., thanks for forgiving me. Tina Vaughn, Tanya Stiles, all brand new senior consultants. You guys, that is a lot of people rank advancing. So like I said, send me a message if I said it wrong, but you guys, amazing work. It means you shared the business with at least one person that qualified their business, kicked their business off, and you also worked in the month to earn you that rank advancement. So that's pretty exciting stuff. Then we had and actually, Kate DeFord also hit this rank for the first time, but she's not being recognized in this category because she jumped ahead. She jumped right over VIP, so she would have been recognized in the VIP category, and she jumped immediately to executive consultant, as well as Sarah Jessic jumped from VIP to executive, and Shelly Winkers jumped from VIP to executive, which were huge jumps. So when you're hitting executive, it means you have at least 3 team members besides yourself, personal, working the business, having success, doing at least 250 QV. And then as a team, you're doing at least 3,000 QV. So that's pretty awesome. That's some great volume and something to be super proud of. And then we had Laura and Sonia both promote to leader this month. And so you guys, that gave us a total, I think it was 14 title changes or something awesome in our organization this month, which I'm just super excited for. So if I said your name, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Such well-deserved and well-earned recognition. And if I didn't say your name, guess whose name I could be saying come, I think it's January 5th, whatever that first Sunday night is. That could be you. So super excited about that. Let's talk about the trip, because as many of you probably realized, we had 2 leaders officially earn with their flights paid for their trip to Canada in June. And we've got quite a few leaders now that are in the qualification period. So stay tuned. Every month we'll be announcing who's earned it. And really quick, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you promoted to leader by the end of November, you have a 3-month qualifier following your promotion, and you can earn the new leader retreat to Victoria. Now you might be thinking, let me pick some people. So Shelly, I just recognized you. Sarah, I just recognized you. Kate, you guys aren't quite leaders yet, but you're one step away. If you hit leader, do not panic. You can still go on the next new leader retreat. So you'll be in a qualifier as well. Your trip will just be in 2021. Does that make sense to everybody? So the leaders I'm talking about right now have earned the next leader retreat coming up in June. So we have Sam and Sarah. I don't know if Sarah's on or not. Sarah McClenathan and Sam Breister have both earned that with flights paid. And we should have several more leaders that qualify and will be announced in December. And then we'll have the additional group that we just promoted this month as well. So that's exciting. Then let's talk about our top 10 trip trackers for Mexico, because I know warm, sunny weather, I can't be the only person that has like chilled skin, and I have a heater running by my feet because it's just so windy and cold here tonight. So in number 10 spot with over 19,000 points, Miss Sarah Jessic, which is amazing, my friend. Jess Strand in number 9 with just above that at 19,144. Shelly Winkers, number 8, 20,174. We have Sherry Ide in number 7 place with 25,000, just over. We have Jessica Huffman in number 6 with 27,860 points. Number 5, Kendi. Do I see Kendi on here? I don't know if I saw her or not. So Kendi, if you're on, number 5, 33,410. Miss Mary Parget, she has 33,553. So she is getting close in that number 4 spot. And then we have Miss Sam, Rachel, and Sarah, who have all earned the trip. And hopefully you're seeing that recognition as we share it each month. And Sarah has actually locked in for her husband, Jason, already. Rachel's about 56 points away from locking in for her husband, and Sam is right there. So huge celebration to all of you. Anybody excited about the beach? I can't be the only one that's excited, right? Let's see some excitement. Okay, good. I wish I could have music playing. I guess I could, because this isn't Facebook Live, so they wouldn't put me in jail. But I wish I had some tropical music going right now for you guys. So, but really, if I played my CD in my computer, it's Christmas music, so that wouldn't be as fun. Points quick. I didn't say this, and I usually do. In order to earn the incentive trips, which PS, the next one will be announced very likely at conference this summer. So here's my plug for you all to take your Fast Start free conference registration and come to conference with us in Vegas, April 1st through the 3rd, I think it is, something like that. It is at the Palms in Las Vegas. Come with us, hear all the new exciting announcements, see the brand new USA catalog that's going to be launched, hear about all the new things coming down the pipeline, and also get to hear things like where the next incentive trip is. It's going to be an awesome time. But in order to earn a trip, this trip qualifier was 45,000 points. And so you guys heard me say all of these ladies are right in that 20, 30, 40, and 50,000 trip point mark. Is it doable for somebody joining today? Absolutely. Or make sure you set your mind, if this is a better fit for you, on next year's trip. So that would be the 2021 trip. And again, we're just a few months away from that announcement of where that'll be. So any questions on that? I want to make sure I cover that each time so you guys know. Okay, we want to travel with all of you. Okay, we want everyone to come on the trip. Raise your hand. This is the fun part, because there's so many names that I can't name everybody, but raise your hand if you hit this month, whether you're in month 1 of Fast Start in November, month 2 or month 3, raise your hand if you hit a Fast Start goal, whether it was your 4 classes
look at that. It's so exciting. And some of you had already locked in your classes beforehand and you're ahead of the game. And if you didn't, I love Rachel's energy. It's okay, because if you stay consistent and you keep working, you're going to grow an amazing business anyway. Fast Start's just a mindset of teaching you that 4 classes a month at minimum, even if you are here part-time, is really healthy balance. It keeps you tied in. And when things cancel, it still gives you business. So I know Shelby's a great example of having life just thrown at you. I see her up there with her Christmas lights in the background, and she had a lot going on this month and she still made it happen. And so I just want to take time to recognize all of you that pulled out the stops, who made incredible things happen. I just love that. And if you are on this call or listening to the recording and you're like, what's Fast Start? Please reach out to your upline leader and make sure that you take advantage of it, because it's awesome. Let's talk about who has some new hostesses booked for December or January. Always take a second to recognize this. Who, raise your hand or comment in the chat box, who has somebody new that they've never worked with in a circle of new people in December or January? Look at that. That gets me so excited. That's really where the money is at in the future. Jen, I see your hand is up. Do you want to comment something? Jen wants to kill me right now.
No,
Okay.
I was just telling you that I have 2 new hostesses in January.
Oh, yay. That makes total sense. Why did I not think that that's why you were raising your hand? Duh. Awesome. Love hearing your voice though, friend. And I love your personality. You're so fun. I also wanted to take a minute to do our tops in sales, because I know this is super fun for everyone. So I'm going to quick run. I'm going to refresh the report to make sure that I get all of the numbers right. And while I'm doing this, again, this is going to be for November. And the reason that we do this on Zoom is because we're so spread across 2 countries now. And I want to make sure that I give everybody a chance to be recognized, have their name in lights, and be celebrated. But you'll also notice, watch the team page. Each leader in our organization is sharing their team stats, including my personal team. So be patient. Mine will come at a different time this week. I'll be sharing mine. And then we'll also recognize the tops in leadership as well. But you're going to see recognition a lot in our team. We believe that that's a reason why you choose this industry. And if you don't like your name publicly shared, just look past it and it's okay. But some really feed on that. And I want to let you know, in our organization, that's okay. We love recognition, and we love telling you what great work you're doing, changing lives around the dinner table, changing people's lives by sharing this business opportunity, and just changing your own family's life with this income opportunity. And I'm pretty passionate about that, if you know me. Let's celebrate top 10 in sales. And then you guys will get to continue to see all of our new team members being welcomed consistently in the team page. So I won't take time to read all of them, because you guys are welcoming so many in. We would be on the call very, very, very late tonight, which is awesome. So top 10, and I'm going to go in qualifying volume, not US dollars. So that way, as Rose and other Canadians continue to make the board, we're staying with an even keel mark. So we have Miss Mary from Nebraska, Leader Mary. She had over 4289 in QV. Isn't that fantastic? Let's do some applauding for her. Then we had Christy Markland. Christy, tell me if I'm saying this right. Christy is brand new, you guys. She joined me in October after a cooking class. So she was still in month 1. She did all 12 of her cooking classes between October, when she joined, and November, which was her month 1. And she did 4,064 in QV. Isn't that insane? Rachel Crofts, leader, 3917. So number 3. Jess Huffman, number 4. I saw her face on tonight, 3547. Laura from Pennsylvania, a leader, brand new leader, 3496. Sarah McClanathan from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, leader, 3,332. You guys are challenging me with these numbers tonight. In QV, we have Sarah Jessic, who had 3102. Again, you're hearing her name a lot. She was recognized as a brand new executive consultant. This one had my heart so happy, because this is somebody who does not believe in themselves all the time. So I hope she watches this playback. Miss Tiffany Vorpagel with 2945 in QV. And she had a goal of earning that conference registration for free, because she wants to come to conference, and she did it this month. So I thought that was just awesome. And then we had Noelle. And Noelle, I do not know how to say your last name, because your name is different on Facebook. And that's the only way I think of you. Sam, how do you say her last name? Do you want to unmute? Do you know?
No, I'm going to butcher it too. So I'm not even going to try.
Okay. So what is her name on Facebook, in case somebody wants to look her up and celebrate her?
Noelle Joy.
I lost her here. Okay. She was number 9 in sales, and she had 2861. So Noelle, You killed it. And thank you for typing it, Sam. Noelle Joy. So she's awesome. And then number 10, I think she's going to be surprised. She's on the call too. Jamie. And is it Jamie Rich? Is that how you say it? Unmute yourself and tell me. But she had 2614.
Awesome. You're correct. It's just Rich.
Okay. So it's nothing different. Awesome. Okay. So guys, those are some insane numbers. And I do want to take a quick second to recognize Miss Sam Breister had 2589. Sonia had 2462. Samantha Randall had 2382. Stephanie Presley, had 2192. Kate DeFord had 2106. Kendi, leader in Montana, had 2050, so 2050. Jen, 2006. Marcy Ann, 2002. And that brings, I wanted to see it, make sure I didn't miss anybody. All of the people I just named all earned the bonus level when you're over 2000 in QV. So I just really wanted to make sure I hit on that because that's a huge deal. So I'd have to go and count, but you guys, that's a lot of people that earned bonus in our organization this month. And then right behind that, Miss Tanya, if you listen to this call, you were at 1900 QV. I know Lori was not far behind that, 1863. So everybody just write down a note. 2000 QV earns you a bonus in any month that you do that, you get a bonus. And that's whether you're a leader, that's whether you're a brand new consultant. So just make sure if that matters to you that you want to hit on that every single time. So, lots of recognition. Watch the team page. If you are someone in this team and you have a new consultant launching, please feel free to do a shout out to her in our team page and give her some praise and recognition. Or if you're welcoming a new consultant, please welcome them. We love, again, just recognizing people and celebrating them. So, okay, let's talk about the month ahead quick before this recording gets too long. Who saw the Merry Month of Meals announcement today? Did everybody see it? Okay, so I will admit, at first I was like, what is the strange box on my porch last week? And I want to tell you a little bit about our CEO. She sent me a letter that said, what a fabulous fall and winter season so far. Whether this was your first holiday with Epicure or one of many, thank you for your leadership and grace in mentoring our community throughout the most exciting and productive season of the year. As a thank you gift and a perk of your position, please enjoy a merry month of meals. Please share this with your team once it goes live and get them excited about the menu planning for themselves and menu planning / gift giving for others. So check this out, you guys. This is the Merry Month of Meals box. You can all go see the video or the documentation in the back office under business tools, and I think it's marketing. And you can find printable flyers to take to your classes as well as graphics to share on social media. But it really is as cool as they say. 4 windows. They pop open. Let me see if I can do this while I'm holding it. And inside are 6 meal solutions that come out just like this. And inside every single one is a card. It has, I'll see if I can hold it up to the camera. It has a card and it tells you what to buy at the grocery store, and you are literally menu planned for the week. So if you did not order one of these yet today, I cannot say it. Go get it. Get it ordered ASAP. You'll get it in time for your open houses this month. You'll get it in time for your cooking classes. And actually you'll get it in time to like show it off on social media and sell it. I did a live video tonight, and if anybody watched, I looked kind of like this, like crazy. Lasagna was in the oven, cartoons were on in the background, and I sold one right away. And today at Amanda's cooking class, she was the new consultant that I launched today, we sold 2 of them. That's 3 in one day. Price point is $80, and it comes with 24 meal solutions. This is what the card looks like in each one. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, probably not. That's a dumb idea. 24 meal solutions, and on the side is a special pouch where you open it up. It's called Surprise Bonus, and there's a gingerbread and a caramel in there. So give me some thumbs up or excitement or waves if you are excited about this kit. Anybody else excited? I think it's different. Hi, Cassie. It's fun to see you on camera too. I think it's different. I think it's unique. I think it fits the bill for what people need right now in a busy season of life. And I also just really want to encourage you, don't shy away from the price point. I think it's fantastic and it's super awesome. I see people commenting, Jenny and others saying they ordered it already. Awesome. So get your merry month of meals for yourself and think about who you're going to gift it to. Maybe this is a way to get your mom and dad hooked on Epicure, or your parents or in-laws, or maybe this is a way you get this and you split it up and you take each of the weeks. And actually what I was thinking about, Nate and I talked about this tonight, you can actually cut week 3 off the top. It wouldn't have to say week 3, but you could pull out these 4 different weeks and give this to somebody as a really cool week menu planner. And at the top, it just like is a perfect slice as to where it would be. So just so you know, that is Merry Month of Meals. If you didn't see what's all in it, there is a document that lays out exactly like 2 Alfredo, 2 pad thai, one southern baked, whatever it is. So just so you know, that's very laid out in the back office. So any questions about that, I want to answer them if you have them. No? Okay, it is actually that awesome. Also, I wanted to quick mention that one more thing on that. Leaders, you all got this really cool sheet emailed to you and it goes through some of the tips. And what I found the most fascinating here is they really want us to be able to share that in this crazy season of life, especially if somebody's like, I don't know if I can host a class right now, I'm so busy. This is an amazing thing to offer them while you set up their January or February class, because this is the equivalent of a couple people coming to a cooking class and buying a few dip mixes. Anybody ever feel like you have that? And so it's the equivalent of doing that. You're doing it from your house. Amelia was really big on that. This is something you can share on social media. You can show it off. It's not a special or something that we can't show. You can show it on your public wall. You can do live videos about it, but really get one and start cooking. Or if you have some of the pad thai and stuff now at home, look what's in it. And then when you're cooking that this week in your kitchen, show it on social media and say, these meals come in our Merry Month of Meals. You're going to want to get this. Even if you don't start it till January 1st, you're going to want to have it on hand. So just wanted to say that. It provides 24 meals, which is 96 servings, and it becomes less than $1 per serving, plus the cost of your groceries. But why that matters is some people compare our product to like $1 taco seasoning packet. Very few, but some do. This fits the bill. Way cheaper than Blue Apron, way cheaper than those other companies. So there's that. 10 days of Christmas. Who is in the group? Are a lot of you on this call in there? Did you guys think it was fun this morning? Okay, wait till tomorrow. It's a really sweet wink, wink deal. It's going to be lots of fun. I will turn the commenting off on today's stuff at 6:59 tomorrow morning. Julia Dotson from Carissa's org will be up tomorrow. And again, just like today, thank you, Jess Huffman. You did a fantastic job of adminning the group all day long. I know that's a lot of work. And so give our leadership team who are volunteering a lot of love this season, because when you are the singer, you get literally 500 notifications. This is not a joke. It's like 500 notifications. And when you're the admin person, you probably get 2,000 because you are commenting on so many things, tagging the right person and stuff. So just give them a lot of love and just know that this is a sale that we do, again, love and appreciation for customers, but also to help you build in December and have belief in what we're doing, grow your customer base, book classes, add team members. Thought on this, it is not too late to join. So please go out there, invite, and let's get that group up over 2,000 and encourage your people to invite others, okay? What about January? You guys heard me say at the beginning of this call that the leadership team have been sharing booking tips for the last week. Please go look for those. We actually created a photo album, and I'll make sure that all the photos are there, but you can find all of the purple graphics from the last week and just read some of the tips that we have about asking people, understanding that a no is not rejection, that it's normal. And Rachel, you nailed it. Reaching out to people and talking to them, a lot of times just listening creates classes for you if you're hearing what they need. So maybe instead of ordering right now, Rachel's friends were like, hey, what I really could use is free. Instead of buying, I'll book a class with you. And she obviously offered that. So just wanting to make sure you remember that very important tip on that. Leaders that are on, or anybody else, booking tips, or if you are feeling stuck, how could we help you? Because there's a really great group of people on here tonight with great resources. So anybody, let me give a chance. So it's not just me talking at you.
Well, I'm not a leader or anything, but one thing that I've used to get a couple of my parties in December, and they said, oh, it's so busy. I'm like, great. Because a lot of my people are, out of state. I said, I can send you some dip samples and you can make those dips for your party. And then when everybody loves them, just be like, oh, I'm having an online class next week. And it worked. So
yeah,
it was pretty cool. I was pretty excited.
I love that. And yeah, never forget something that you kind of just said, Rachel's, never forget the power of just having someone take books in to work with dips, or never forget the power. I know Sarah's got a couple of catalog parties going across the country. Never forget the power of simplifying the process. We're so programmed to run a cooking class the way that we say to do it in our team page under sample cooking class. We also have a sample Facebook party. But at this point, I want all of you to leave this call empowered that if you have a goal, figure out who the people are in your circle and what they need most and meet that need. They live out of state, get them resources so they can collect orders or do whatever's good for them. But yeah, I love that, Rachel. That's a great tip. Who else? These are good because somebody else is going to hear this and learn from this.
Hey, Kayla, I had an idea. Kenny and I were talking about it because I come from a small town like Kate, and we were talking about doing like having a coffee shop owner host a sip and dip, and then that way, because like the holiday season around here is everybody goes has coffee, and so it's a good way to entertain and catch new people, and then also bring business into the coffee shop itself. So I have my first one next week, so I'm curious to see how that goes, but that was an idea that came up that might help somebody.
Oh my gosh, for sure. Absolutely. That's great. Thank you, Shelby. Anyone else?
Hi, this is Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Can you see my leg lamp in the back?
I like it. It's sexy back there.
Yeah.
I can't believe you have that up at your house. Oh, wait. I actually can believe that you have that up at your house, Jen.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. So I ended up meeting someone who owns a spa in the town that I live in, and she has a health and wellness room, and that happens to have a microwave. And she, at the party I was at, at the cooking class I was doing last Friday, and she actually invited me to come and do a cooking class in the health room with a bunch of her clients, because she said it would be a really great opportunity for her clients to learn how to eat healthy. So that was kind of, I wasn't even looking for that from her, and she came to me and thought of it. So I thought it was kind of neat, kind of excited.
Super awesome. I love that. And I want to make a quick note too, the month is not over when the sale ends. A couple of tips I did think of for you guys. I have something fun that'll go off in our team page after the Christmas sale's over. If you need something to kind of gap from there until Christmas itself or end of the year, I've got a fun Christmas tree graphic, and you can still work on collecting orders from maybe people who just at this time weren't interested in the sale, but are still interested in restocking or hooking up themselves for 2020. Another thing you can put some focus on too, you guys, is the Epic Life Challenge that's starting second week in January, I think. I have to check what that date is, so don't write that down. But just know, come January, there will be another company-ran Epic Life Challenge focused on portion control, weight loss if that's what somebody needs, but really cooking at home and using that set. So you can really easily share that set right now in December and make sure that you even upsell by sharing the steamer and all the things that would help them be successful. If you open up your Epic Life guidebook, which you got in your business builder kit, you'll see some of the products in there are not included. So you could upsell that way. It's a really great way for you to get sales this month, close it by December 31st, hit your goals that you have, but really, really change people's lives. We've had huge success even just in our organization with that. So, and then again, just getting ahead of the game and setting a goal that maybe your goal is by December 15th, your January salad. You know basically where it's at. You can add a date or two if you need to, if somebody asks, but you know where it's at and where it's going. So you can tell people, actually, I'm completely booked in January. I'm looking ahead to February or March. So those are just some ideas that I have for you. And again, work that week after Christmas if it works for you and your schedule. That was just an idea I heard this week. We're going to be continuing this month to give you more words to reach out, but please remember, like I said at the beginning of the call, we did give you some booking words. So just go into the page, and if you cannot find it, don't spend more than 30 seconds or a minute. Reach out to your upline leader and say, I need to be tagged in the booking post that Kayla did in November with words, sample words, and we'll get you tagged in that. And I guess the call to action from tonight's call before I end the recording, and then I'll take any questions, is number one, classes are the backbone of our business. You guys know that. Live or online, classes are where you meet a bigger amount of people at one time, belly to belly, getting food into people's homes, changing lives around the dinner table, and meeting people. The sale is bonus. It's a way to get referrals. It's a way to do kind of what like a vendor event does for you, but you don't have to pay for it, and you get to do it from your living room. It's so awesome, and you're not committed to being gone an entire Saturday. So really utilize that. And then don't forget the social media presence. So many of you will reach out to me and say, okay, I'm ready to pick my business back up. And when I go out and stalk you and I don't see any Epicure meals cooked for 2 weeks in your recipe club, and I see nothing on your main wall about it, I'm thinking what your customers are thinking. And that is, I don't think she's serious about this business. So I loved that Sonia said this, and Sam said this, and Kate said this. They just treat it like a business. Even if it's 10 minutes a day touching your business, make sure you use the products and you post about it. The Merry Month of meals might be the perfect fit for you or whatever it is, but do classes, participate in things that we're offering in the organization, like the Christmas sale right now, and then just be present. Make sure people know, talk to people, share on social media, but make sure that they know that you're doing this business seriously. That's kind of my call to action for December. And with that, when you're touching your business in those pockets of time, making sure you set up your 2020. So homework for you. You need a vision board. You need to know where you're going this month yet to close out 2019 is your strongest month of the year. And then you need to know where you're going in 2020. So let's start working on vision boards. And if you need help with that, I have tips and training coming up in our team page in the next couple weeks. But grab a board and start collecting pictures or start praying about it. Start thinking about what you want to do. And really utilize your time this month, if you have some downtime, to reflect. Celebrate what you've created already here with Epicure, whether you're brand new or you've been with us since the start, which is July when we could join, and August when we could enter sales. Celebrate that and then set goals for the next year. And remember, cleaning your office is not income producing activity, nor is cleaning up your emails or that kind of stuff. But this is a great month to kind of cleanse your soul after you've kind of locked in your goals or you've set your target and you're getting your work done. I actually love to reward myself with some time just spent tossing things out I don't need anymore, creating a clean workspace, working on that vision board, because it really helps me go into January with my calendar set and my business ready to rock and just feel like I can do it. So this is a great time of the year to spend, some people have some time off from their full-time job, or you can carve out a little time away from the kiddos or whatever, or include the kiddos, to be honest. Reward system, hot chocolate, let me clean the office. And maybe you need to do a little better than hot chocolate. With Macaulay, I can bribe him with popsicles, so pretty cheap. But if you need to do something better, fun family day, if mom gets her business in line for 2020. So those are just some call to action finale tips that I have. Anyone on the call have anything that they'd like to add to that?